I call this regular meeting of the Nevada City Council to order Monday, September 11th, 2023, 7:00 p.m. Want to thank everybody for their flexibility on timing tonight. If you can get a quorum, we'll begin with a roll call.
Orman here. Dane Nielsen
Here.
Jason Sampson
Here.
Steve Guy
Here. And to remind council, the microphones weren't working to the Zoom, so you have to speak up because everything's going in and out of the owl. So with that, we'll start with approval of the agenda.
Move to approve. Second.
Jason and Dane. Seeing no discussion, council please vote. Approved. Takes the consent agenda. Any item may be removed for self-consideration.
move to approve.
Second. Barb and Steve. Seeing no discussion, council please vote. As approved, this is public forum, which is time set aside for comments from the public on topics of city business. Other than those listed on the agenda, no action may be taken. Please speak your comments at 5 minutes or less. Is there anyone here to speak in the public forum? Seeing none, we will close the public forum with old business A through pay request number 27 for wastewater treatment facility improvements phase 2 from Williams Brothers Construction Incorporated in the amount of $1,042,895.02. Move to approve. Jason, Dane, discussion. Seeing none, council please vote. Approved. Takes us to B through pay request number 17 for wastewater treatment facility improvements phase 3 from Boomerang Corporation in the amount of $423,130.
Move to approve. Second.
Steve, Dane, any discussion on that one? Council please vote. That is approved. Takes us to C, discussion of appropriate policy regarding CBD project storm line diffusing in alleyway.
Yeah,
Please.
So the update on the alleyway is those 4 buildings that were listed, were not hooked back up to the storm line that was, run along the alleyway going north and south. It was found out from Mr. Kelly's on the first go, and then on investigating and going through the rest of it, it was noted that the other ones weren't hooked up either. And Ben's building was cameraed and found out that it was in the same condition as Mr. Kelly's. I continued up the alley line, and clean rock is stopping it, so below grade of where the storm line is. So I talked with contract and had them do the work quickly before we continue to have rain and flood basements. So where we are.
so you're thinking like we're below grade of the alleyway?
Give or take, yeah, the clean rock is predominantly underneath of the storm line and then backfilled from there, so.
Say that again for me. There's
The storm line that we have running down the alleyway, there's going from Lincoln Way to K Avenue, there's 3 buildings that back up to the alleyway, and those were attached. These other ones sit off of the alleyway and were missed. And so they've been reconnected. So the original lines that went to that storm that was in that area, was lower than where it currently sits now. So the new line that was run, these previous lines were below that. And so that's why I think from talking with everybody that as they were putting in the new line that runs down the alleyway, it was missed because it was below where they were looking for lines to run into. So that's why we had clean rock at the end of those lines, right?
So that's the connection because they were above grade.
Right.
What were the former lines made of?
I'm sorry,
What are the old lines made of? They had to pull them all out, right? They're gonna all.
No, I have them rotated because I didn't want to have an issue with the belly or anything like that, so. Some of the materials were PVC, some of it was old tile, things like that. I didn't want to take that chance of trying to reconnect
I'm
their
not asking you that, I just wanna know what they were thinking when they cut them off.
old tile.
And Brian did tell me to me, Jordan, he felt like the city was responsible for it. I'm not sure if there's any.
So, yeah. So there was nothing in the plans
There was
that
nothing else.
say that there was things coming out of these other, that there were connections
That's correct.
come out.
Or were there other plans on other roads that were connected?
Those were much more obvious, it's word of mouth.
Brandon, can you remind us what the contract said?
Yeah, the plan. For connection to existing storm sewer services, routes when encountered, so it was, for storm sewer service and for when encountered.
They were out of there.
But no identification by the building. No.
But yeah, there's an estimated amount of
Thank you. Fine.
Okay.
Move on.
Well, that's done, right?
Yes, the work is complete except for, finalizing the attachment. They've been roughed in because of the rain coming. But I reached out to, the gutter company to attach them appropriately so they look nice and connect appropriately.
Are you happy with the solution that they provided?
Well, yeah, I'm still concerned to see what the final damages for me are gonna be, what the city is gonna pick those.
Is that as far as damages to your building from water?
Concrete, yeah. Yeah, property loss, damage, work done on it, throw stuff away. Putting in additional sump pit, I mean, it's what we had to do to try to get that damage.
Separate from the actual issue of having connections restored, you're saying you feel there's still some other things that need to be resolved.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's why it became obvious was because my concrete approach into the shop had cracked and settled so bad it had washed out underneath. I mean, we started investigating because we had obvious damage. I had 3 flooded buildings and washed out concrete.
In my conversations with Andy before, I asked him to bring us a list of repairs, damages, and dollar amounts associated, so that you all can take a look at that and make a determination.
Yeah, and we've been doing the work. I've got it itemized out to every bit.
So we're gonna look at that separately. From
Yeah.
that. All right. Okay, yeah, look forward to seeing.
Okay. I'll keep asking since this will be the 3rd meeting of that. What is gonna be the city's position on it? I mean, I'll bring them and you can look, but.
I don't think we can take a position, so we know what we're looking at.
Yeah, I mean, council obviously can't make a decision tonight. I mean, I told you my opinion is that you should be made whole on any damages that occurred. So I can say that on behalf of myself.
That was the itemized building.
I'll be glad to give them. As long as the work is genuine, I don't know what the itemized will be. If it's the city's responsibility, I'd like to pay it. You'll have, and I'm still willing to pay half of concrete because we did addition. But the itemization would be spot on. I don't know what the changes as to responsibility.
And I think once there's the action item, council can discuss it and make their decision then, but my impression is everyone's open to reimbursement for repairs.
One other question. Would this have been the cost that we would have paid if they had done it to start with?
I think it'd be really close to that amount, yes.
I don't think that we can really speak on that because it would have been part of the project and part of it. We wouldn't have had to rip up concrete again. We would have had to dig everything up. So no, I think it would have been $20,000 cheaper, and it occurred 2.5 years ago now, so the price would have been a lot cheaper as well. So no, I don't think it would have cost us $65,356.
I'll make that for saving that zero response.
I do not.
Saying they're not paying.
Spoke with the contract and it was, his answer was not on the plan.
No, I don't think it. Thing will pay.
Barbara made a motion, did not have a second yet, but I heard.
I'll second it.
Motion by Barb, second by Steve, discussion on the motion.
Or anything that we are doing for the, is there anything you can do? For any of that one?
I think it will be,
Costing us more to do so.
I think it will be extremely difficult to go back and figure out who actually was at fault with this, just because of the way the contract reads and from Matt's understanding, I think it will be very difficult. I think we will be spending more money to go after it, but if that is the direction you want me to go, then I can do that. I'd be happy to dive into it and try to get to the bottom of it.
I think I'm in Jason's camp where I feel like we shouldn't pay full price for something the mayor think. I wouldn't mind someone having a discussion and saying, hey, you're making your full margin on this work, why don't you, give us a little discount, we'll shake hands and call it. That's the way I prefer to see it. I don't go into court and try and recover the fees that way.
I can't imagine there were other buildings downtown that didn't have some sort of line to connect, like.
Yeah, it seems odd that they would.
Yeah.
Building.
Or right around.
Yeah, oh, I guess there's no drainage here.
Yeah, that's just, there's a lack of logic at that point. Especially if you've done, this is 2-4 blocks of alley at that point.
And then you missed any other ones? Other than you four?
Not
That we
all,
know of anyway?
not that we know of anyway, but not all connections are made underground. A lot of them remain, surface drain, and just drain into the back lot area. So there aren't a lot of ones that travel a great amount of distance, like these ones do underground. So the ones that were found, those buildings run right to the property line in the alleyway. These ones sit back, but then utilize underground files.
Because they're not as long, the building is in what you're saying.
Correct. So there might have been a couple more buildings in similar stances that they were able to get. But I don't know.
But again, there were drains identified for all the rest of the buildings, whether they were on the surface or somewhere else.
Yeah, more or less, yeah.
These 4 buildings would have had no drains visible.
Are there any processes or things that we're gonna do in the future to maybe help avoid this type of thing? Not saying you did anything wrong, just, are we gonna do anything different for next time? Are we going to document things?
I have asked all of our staff, and this has been for a couple of years now, that any project that we do, we need to take pictures or video before or in the matter of every project. So I will continue to preach that and talk to our staff about that and make sure that it's happening. Because I don't want to go through this again. Yeah, we need to be more diligent.
So could we approve the expense at up to 65,000? Perhaps take some follow-up with the contractor and say, hey, you know, I should cut a little slack here. Isn't all our mistake. See what they say.
Yeah, if you want to provide direction for me to go and talk to the contractor on behalf of this project, I'd be willing to go talk to them and see if we can figure out some sort of a deal or a discount or something along those lines. I have meetings with them on Wednesday.
What about relationship over $1,000? You know, it seems like there's something.
Yep, I will do that. I can do that on Wednesday. I have meetings with them, so I'll go talk with them on Wednesday. Or I can swing over and talk with them tomorrow as well.
Yeah.
Are we good for them?
We vote. Approved is city business A, resolution 13/2023/2024. Resolution approving amendment to master agreement and municipal engineering services with HR Incorporated for 2024 street improvement project division 1 street region director.
Move to approve.
Second.
Please, Steve. Any other discussion? How do we vote? Approved is to be resolution 14/2023/2024. Resolution accepting minor subdivision for innovative business park division.
Move to approve.
Steve Barr. Any other discussion? How do we vote? Approved. It's to C, discussion for the call for professional services for assistance with industrial treatment agreement and rate structure for the wastewater treatment facility. Form here.
So the action form in front of you, that's for wastewater consultant. Over the last 3 years, we've been discussing the development agreement or the wastewater agreement with Burke, and it seems that we are kind of at an impasse right now, and I think it would be really easier if we had some sort of moderator is not the correct word, but a consultant, I guess, that can benefit or work on behalf of the city. So we are making sure that we're doing the best we can for our community and the citizens, because it's an expensive project and we want to make sure that everything's rates and everything are correct. And we also want to make sure that the industry is paying for their share of the water as well, waste and water.
I think it's a good suggestion. I'd like to see us resolve this with our industrial customers. I'd like to see us done on the side, not agreement.
Yeah, so the plan is, we did get one back. We received another one today. So my plan would be to get with the development committee and talk with them, go over everything with them and have them make a recommendation that allow us to proceed with that contract before the recommendation to the board. So just, so we can get moving on it, or running out of time and we have some priorities that we need to get to, especially to for the next meeting that we want.
I'll make a motion for option number one.
Like,
Approved, exit D approved purchase for Colin Barron.
Good evening, you have a action form in your packet, and this is a project we've been planning for and putting funds away. So we have, enough financial resources to do this. I started it a little bit early just because of the expected lead time to get a product here, and it's about 38 to 40 weeks. So I sent out to, I think it was 5 or 6, by the time we had people in there, companies to do that. Watts Vault in Monument out of Des Moines was the cheapest, significantly cheaper. So I was a little hesitant at first, but I have followed up with them on 2 occasions. They assure me that this covers everything and it will, produce a calvarium with 96 niches, which is exactly like what we're trying to have. So, it's just kind of come to the point where cremations are really trendy. So we're selling faster than what we probably have over prior years. So I think we need to kind of move forward with it sooner rather than later. We have kind of have our document. But I'm happy to answer any questions you might have.
You think we're selling maybe 15 a year, something like that, 15, 20?
Yeah. Yeah. Over half of our increments now are cremated. So whether they're in calvarium or just in regular space, so it's certainly trending. I don't think it's going to continue to increase.
Why do you think there's such a big difference in the cost of the different quotes? Not that there wasn't any big, there was any difference, it's not.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, a huge difference.
It is a significant difference. There was another one that was fairly low in price, but they've got a complete floating price. So, but they're a reputable company. We do other stuff with them, so I don't.
No worries there.
I'm not concerned about
That kind of matches
I'm not worried about quality, but we wanted one that's gonna match what is there. The other big one we had.
make a motion to approve, option 1.
No other discussion, council, please vote.
Thank you.
Approved, it's a report starting with city administrator.
Due to the majority of my last week being absent, I really don't have too much more except for what's in my report. But I'm glad to answer any questions that you have with my report or anything else.
A lot to report. We may have mentioned last time, but we did the entrance interview for the audit and Dane was part of that this time as another elected official. The county has a meeting next Monday that I've been invited to about, they received some opioid dollars for the opioid settlement and how to spend those for prevention type things. So I know Barb has interest in that. So if you want the details, let me know and we can connect there. So they're just trying to gathering folks around the county, figure out how the county can best spend them. Also, there was the 2040 review, which is always good to go through. It helps you realize just how much has already been accomplished from that plan. And then, which also reminds me, in case it's not on your radar, the 16th of November is an annual celebration, and the speaker is going to be the folks that did the 2020-2040 plan. So that was kind of the theme there. So make sure you have that on your radar, and then just wanted to congratulate RVTV folks, all the folks that put that together with the foundation, Pizza Palooza and Main Street, that came together to pull that off, and Camelot Theater, and big group effort, and got us a lot of good publicity for the community. Any questions for me? Council reports?
No, we have one other celebration of people, or not. Lincoln Highway Day. We had that one too. Since our last meeting.
No. Seems like forever ago.
Yeah. That was great. We had a really good parade. We had a lot of people downtown. We had a lot of people at the fairground. We had a lot of people at the fairgrounds Friday night. We had a lot of people out there Saturday night. Just all in all, everything I heard was about. A lot of volunteers, and those are all the people that volunteer their time, don't necessarily want them in the publicity over it. Appreciate them.
Any reports? Go back to staff. Karen?
On my report, I don't really have anything else to add. Just working on end of the year things and bringing Aaron on some things and. Keep it busy.
Great.
Yeah, I'm Dad. It was a great week.
Tim?
We had talked briefly before the council meeting, a little bit about the field house project, and if there was some desire from this group to take another tour of that facility in a couple months, if you've seen it. And I would be happy to try and arrange something if this group would like to do it. We were kind of talking around maybe like a 4:30 time frame on a Wednesday evening. If that would be workable for people, I can try and get something set up for maybe one of these next 2 or 3 weeks. And we'll push out an email to you with that and get it set. So the other thing I would just share with you is we are planning our dedication ceremony for Tuesday, November 14th at 5:30. So ask you to put that on your calendars as well. So we're getting closer, and I'm anxious to share it with you. Any questions? And I'll be happy to try and answer. What was the date again? Tuesday, November 14th. 5:30.
I also don't really have much. It's been a busy couple of weeks with all the events going on in town. We did do physical ability testing, the first step of our vetting process for police officer candidates. We had 3 people show up and all 3 passed, which is first time in a long time. I got 100% pass.
Thanks for all your efforts on getting folks to wear their seatbelt. That was kind of fun to watch.
I'm good, unless you guys have any questions.
Aaron? Brandon?
I don't have anything to add to the report in this respect.
We didn't have anybody online to refer.
I have leaders online, and if you have any questions for me, maybe I can answer. Talk to them before we can.
Sounds good. Aaron?
Good.
Council, anything else before we adjourn?
Bye.
Things, Jason, all those in favor, will say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, abstention? We are adjourned.